Well, those were long vlogs, but as you can tell, I'm back in my room. So, this should be shorter, but it might be pretty long because it's Book Wednesday, where I talk about a book I read in 2011. First off, Catherine, are you watching this? If you are, look at the title. Does it sound familiar? If no, stop watching this and watch one of my other videos. Go away. If it does sound familiar, then you got the book. And how'd you like it? I'm about to talk about how I liked it. The book is called Irma Voth by Miriam Toews. Miriam Toews is a very accomplished Canadian author, actually, who writes a lot of books about, not about her Mennonite upbringing, but based heavily. All the characters that I've read so far, and I've read descriptions of, had Mennonite upbringings, and it really connects her books in a really strange way. It's like if all her books took place in one town, or all her books had a reoccurring character. It's not really religious, even though Mennonite is a really big religion. But when you read these books, especially in sequence, or just read about the books, it really shows that Mennonite upbringing is more of a character, more of like a mood, a theme throughout all her books, which I think is really cool. None of her books are ever preachy or very, oh, don't listen to the church at all. It's always sort of like it's there. Like a theme. Like a lot of people only write about kids growing up, and a lot of people only write about love stories or breakups and stuff like that. Her city is about books about people in like New York or in Los Angeles, and Miriam Toews has a really good job about writing about people that grew up. I think women is all I've read, growing up in a Mennonite upbringing, which I think is really cool. In this one, Irma Voth, it's about a Canadian girl being raised in Mexico and her little exodus from her family and her farm life, which is really interesting. What I really like about Miriam Toews' writing, this is her brand new book, by the way. It came out like this month, I think, like really up to date. So what I really like about her writing is like how oddly poetic it is. Almost all her books have like such intense imagery, sometimes not even happening to the characters, but just how the characters interact and talk about themselves. Everything seems so profound in like the littlest of things. I can't even bring up a detail. From Complicated Kindness, there's the chicken head cutting off scenes, and from this there's just lots of introspective philosophers talking about existence and what it is to be and what it is to suffer and what it is to grow up. Really profound moments in this book. I really enjoyed it. Not like anything else I've read this year. Not fantasy, not kids' books, not comic-y at all. It's very, very introspective, very poetic. So if you're into like poetry and you want to support Canadian authors, because I think all of you are Canadians, yeah. Miriam Toews, Irma Voth. Really cool. Hooray! I kept this video super short. Unlike the last few days, which have been super long. Okay. Bye. That's all I really wanted to say about it. I liked it a lot. Catherine, hope you enjoy it too.